Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. Welcome to my coloring corner. We've got some colored to look at. So last month's colored and this month's to be colored. And yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. Now, Nightbot, you don't need to be telling about Christine Caron, but that's okay. Tell away. Um, good morning, Jen. Good morning, Emmy. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Calamity. Yana, congratulations. If you have not been over to the Facebook group lately, Miss Yana has won the banner for the month with a very, very beautiful and extremely well done mandala. Hello, B. Hello, Calamity. Hello, Crashes. Good morning, everyone. It's an absolutely beautiful picture. She did such a great job on it. Like I said, I absolutely love the way people do mandalas. I'm just not very fond of doing them myself. Ah, yes, the matchstick pages. They are gorgeous. And I do have one that I colored. I was coloring yesterday. And we will be coloring some matchstick mouse pages this week, this month. Not this week, but this month. I am not. So, last month was the month of Christine Caron. She was our artist of the month. So these are all things that I colored last month uh, for Christine. So this one here is Over the Rooftop, and I did laminate it, so it does reflect a little bit. So I haven't laminated all the rest. I did color another one for her from her as well, the Hummingbird Fairy. And that one I have given away to the person I colored it for. The next one is, of course, the Daisy Fairy. And this one we colored in, and it's pretty. I love the colors in this one. Hello, Dion. Lurk away, darling. Aw, thank you. And then we have the Poppy Fairy. And we did a watercolor background on this one, so it's a little bit crinkly. But I just love the way that she turned out. And then, of course, we have Benny Blue, So Sorry. He's so cute. And then we have, of course, Benny Blue reading, falling asleep, reading a book. Yeah, hopefully you feel better soon. And then, of course, we have our last harvest. This was the last picture that we did. And then yesterday, while I was just sitting around doing nothing, I colored a matchstick mouse. And this is the gateway to this month. So and she matches. So we will be coloring more of Matchstick Mouse because it's just so cute. Hello, Sarah. And this is all Be Cozy's fault. I added every single one of this artist's books to my wish list after seeing them on her channel. So, those are all the things I colored in September. Now, who wants to see what we're going to color in October? Yes, there is some new exclamation points to help find the things that we're going to be coloring this month. So, we have a guest coming to visit us October 12th, unless things change, but that's the date that we've decided on. So we will be coloring this one on October 12th with the owner of Color Pocket. She will be coming to visit us. Her name is Delane. She is just the sweetest woman in the world, and she will be coming and hanging out with us. Hello, Joyce. So, Delane will be coming on the 12th, and we will be hanging out with Delane coloring a adorable little witchy cat. That'll be awesome. Well, early birthday, Larissa. I will remember to wish you a happy birthday then. This one here is for all of my fairies. I have had several people ask that we color on the next fairy live stream. So on our next fairy live stream, I will be coloring this mandala from 50 mandalas, 50 autumn mandalas, so that we can be coloring something fall on the members only live stream. So this will be done with all of my fairies. So if you are a fairy and have the book, make sure that it doesn't look like a mandala. So yeah, if you have the book 50 Autumn Mandalas, grab this page if you are a fairy and color along. I will be using markers and pencils over top. So that is for the fairies. I like those types of mandalas. The swirly little repeated pattern drives me crazy. And of course, Halloween would not be Halloween without a picture from our wonderful Heather Valentin. So Heather has a wonderful Halloween event that goes on her channel all of October. October 31st is her birthday. So definitely hang out, check out her channel, and check out her books on Amazon as well as her website. I do believe I do have it listed um, in the exclamation points. If not, exclamation point Heather Valentin will take you over to her um, YouTube channel. That's the words I'm looking for. So there is that one there. I just love the little ghosties sleeping with the bat fangs and the frog juice, and I just think it's adorable. And then a new artist that was shown to me recently is this one here, and we will be coloring this one. Uh, to get to her Etsy, it is exclamation point BONOBO digit. So right there. Uh, Bonobo digit is her Etsy name. She has some really great drawings, and I bought the Halloween book, and it's really kind of creepy. I like it. So this is the picture that we're going to color. It is a pumpkin witch, and she is slowly turning into the pumpkin. So awesome. So that is the one that we will be coloring on the channel. And it does cover me for creepy, character, as well as bats. For Miss Shannon Choppin Hayes's tags for the month. This one here is one that was given away last year. If Rita has another one come out this year, we may be doing that as well. I just thought this was absolutely adorable, and I didn't get to color it last year, so I really want to. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, but it's not really gory creepy. So, the Happy Halloween with Rita Berman. Like I said, it was a free picture last year. She may have a new one come out this year. If you were able to grab it last year, make sure that you join in and hang out and color with me. And of course, we have some Matchstick Mouse. And the one that I was thinking about doing in here is either this one here for Shannon's thing. Yeah, I just didn't get a chance to color it. I downloaded it, I saved it. I even bookmarked it last year and I still didn't get a chance to color it. So we have an event going on in the Facebook group that will be posted later on today. And of course, this will cover me for that with the sweet treats. And for Shannon's prompts this month, it will cover me for a bat. And there's also this one here. I want to color a few in here. There's so many. They're so cute. So, and I will, because Bob is going to be away for a little while, I will be doing some late night streams, and we will probably be coloring some of this in the late night streams as well. They are just adorable. So that is Matchstick Mouse. I did do a flip through of this book on the channel. I can't remember where or when, but I did do a flip through of it. And if you want to see some great flip throughs of all of the Matchstick Mouse, exclamation point B Cozy, I do believe we'll bring up B's channel, and she has some adorable, adorable flip throughs of the wonderful Matchstick Mouse. There is quite a few pages in here, yes. And I can't remember if they repeat or not. I don't think they do. I like this page too. Just like them all. Yeah, it doesn't look like they repeat. So it's different pictures on each page. And it's a nice thick book too. Well, don't be naughty, Rinka. Hello and good morning. Awesome. Hello, Davissa. Welcome. And lurk away, dear. You are allowed to lurk. The next one, of course, is a wonderful artist that has been on the channel and will be on the channel again, Mrs. Karen E. Myers, and the Mystical Lands of Calandra. Calandra. This is her new book, and we will be coloring a page in here, which also covers me for Shannon's hashtag. And it also covers me for all sorts of Halloween fun and spookiness. So this is a wonderful Marble Hill Manor. So it has the marble run. Yeah. And of course we've got our wonderful cemetery here and our creepy nighttime shadows. So this is the one that we will be coloring for Karen Myers. And last but not least, of course, is Momo Girl. And in Momo Girl is this page. Isn't she adorable? I had to. I just had to. What is Halloween without coloring an adorable little witchy witch? So I will be coloring the adorable little witchy witch as well. So those are the to be colored this month. So there's a lot to be colored this month. And of course, we may not get to all of it, but we will try to get to as many of them as possible. So Our question is for today is, where do we start? Do we start with Momo Girl? Do we start with Mystic Lands? Do we start with Matchstick Mouse, Rita Berman, Bono, or Heather? So, yeah, you can't do both. So, where to start? So, I am going to put up a poll. So, we have Heather, which is, of course, this one. Bono, which is this one. It's Bonobo. So, I'll make sure I do her thing right. Rita. And let's do this one because it's larger. It only lets me do 4. All right. So, or 5. So, oh, and I forgot to put Momo in there either. So, after this one, we'll decide between Momo and Matchstick. So, awesome. So, this one here is the Rita Berman. This one here is Bonobo. And this one here is Heather Valentin. And this one here is Calandra. Awesome, Larissa. That'd be really cool. You get your color pocket in, and then Mrs. Delane will be here on your birthday. You are in for a treat. So we've got Marble Hill Manor. We've got our wonderful little ghosties. We've got our wonderful little witch. Or we have our cute little pumpkin house. So where are we going to start? Oh, nice. I got a pink one, I think. Maybe I got a purple one. Actually, I think I got a purple one too. Yep, I did. So, here's mine. It is purple. It holds my cards and my mess. And of course, holds all the pencils. Wonderful, wonderful gizmo. An absolutely ingenious invention. I hope you took advantage of the buy two get one free for the color pocket cards. Of course, yours is pink. You don't understand Color Pocket. Okay, so Color Pocket is this device that I just showed. It is a small business, and basically what they do is she wanted something that she could take in her purse. Awesome. So these are 4x6 cards that fit in here. There's a spot, but I wasn't looking. And they are postcards. These are the postcards that I have been coloring and giving away with my Uni Mitsubishi anniversary set. So she has all different ones, different artists that are available that you can buy different decks for. Inside your color pocket is a place for your pencil sharpener and all your shavings. And underneath here is a place to put your deck of cards. I have the starter deck in here, as well as ones that I've already started coloring. So these are some of the ones that I've started coloring. but haven't finished. And they're really, really pretty. Some of the decks are grayscale, some of the decks are line art, some of the decks are whimsical, some are, aquatics, all different types of decks. And then you just slide this back over and it closes it up. You can put your blank card in here or your coloring card, whichever one you're doing. And then under here in the little drawer, it has all of your pencils. So you can keep your pencils in here. You can, of course, fit other pencils in here as well. There is enough room for an eraser pencil as well as a blender. Their Color Pocket pencils have 2 colors on each side, so there's actually 24 colors. Nope, no, it's one that you just toss the entire thing in your purse, or in your bag or your backpack or whatever, and you have a full coloring system to take with you when you go out. Yes, you can even get blank cards and put your own pictures on it as well. But yeah, that is the Color Pocket coloring system. And like I said, she's going to be here on the 12th, and she will go through and explain it a lot better than I do. She's just absolutely fantastic and a brilliant, brilliant inventor. So she will be here. She is also a gorgeous artist as well. I do believe this is one of her designs. Yes, yes, you can for example, the starter deck comes with it. It's a lot of really basic starter pictures. So I'm going to show you some pictures that this one here is one that I did last week that Celine won on Wednesday. So this one here is called the Princess Pets. That's it. So it's little princesses with their pets. And there's all different cards that go with it. This one is done by Elisa Schaefer. This one here is more of a grayscale. Cats and doggies, kittens and puppies. And it is done by another artist, Giordano Studios. And then you have more of the adult stuff, like this one here, which is done by, I think, Tattoo Studios. No, The Alchemist. So different artists, different genres, definitely different things. And you can get so many different types of cards off of their website, which is, of course, colorpocket.com. So colorpocket.com. Or you can hit !color pocket. And I have a whole bunch of different decks now, and like I said, I'm going through and I'm using the Color Pocket cards because they fit in a small envelope very, very nicely, and they are postcards. So you don't even have to put them in an envelope. You can just stick a stamp to it, and throw it in the mail. But because I'm sending more than one card, I put them in a small envelope. Oh, you're fine, Kenny. Absolutely no problem at all. Oh, that's fantastic, Rinka. All right, so I'm going to call the vote now, now that I've gone through and... All right, so it seems that Rita, with 17 votes out of 21, so Rita has 52% of the vote, so that is the one that we are going to start. So Rita Berman, and then next week we'll add the other ones. Very cool. And congratulations on getting some deals. And this one here is also a color pocket card as well. But this one isn't a postcard. There's images on both sides. So they do have ones that aren't postcards that just have images on both sides so that you can color one side and the other. All right, I'm going to switch you over to the close-up screen here. And as you can see, I am ready for the season. I am all in spider webs today. Yes, they are on Amazon as well. And when I was talking to Delane about coming on to visit us, she also informed me that they are available in Amazon UK and Amazon Canada and Amazon Mexico. So it is also available on both of those as well. The one thing about purchasing it from Amazon is you do not get the deal of buy two sets of cards, get one free. Hello, Jamie. Hello, hello, hello. How is you? That just did not come out right. Exclamation point words because yeah, words are hard. Yep, it does really help, and it does help especially when you have anxiety about going to doctor's offices, things like that. You do find that the time goes by a lot better without being stressful. It could be the weather change, Jamie. Is it still sunny where you are, or has the clouds and everything crept in? Because sometimes I find if it starts getting really cloudy, I get very sleepy. All right, going to zip you in here. There we go, so we can see the picture a little better anyway. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, Larissa. That's the best idea. All right, so the pencils that we're going to be using are the pencils that I reviewed on Friday. And I'm going to put this up here so that you can see it. So this is the Artisto colored pencils. You may know them more from a painter's palette set that they put out that is a beautiful teal green with lots of little pretty pictures on it. They have a very large set of paints and they're very, very pigmented. So this is the, oh yeah, that is very, very abnormal for Kentucky. Maybe that's why it's too windy to, have you been going out and doing yard work and stuff like that that you normally do, or have you been staying in because it's too windy? I find that if I'm stuck inside, all I want to do is nap. So it's a very lovely set of pencils. They are a wax-based pencil, as I was informed. And I did suspect that when I was laying them down. It's just I couldn't find that information. And I, of course, will never give you information that is not 100% known to me. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm stuck inside more, then I do find that I sleep quite a bit more. The only pet peeve I have about this set is that I prefer a little bit more of the lighter blues. These blues here are really close together. They're still different, but they're a little close together, and I would prefer one of them to be a slightly lighter. So that is the wonderful set of 72 Artisto colored pencils that we will be using. When I did the review, I did put the Artisto swatch chart in the description below the video. So if you would like to, if you do purchase them and would like to use my swatch chart, you are definitely available to do so. And like I said, it is below the video. All right, so let us start with salmon. And get it nice and sharp. So we're going to start with salmon up here at the top of the pumpkin house. Not going to put too much because I'm going to put a light in there. So I'm going to make sure that I leave a lantern highlight area. Now with these being wax, sometimes with a wax-based pencil, it's better to do a light layer first and then do a dark layer over top. I am obviously not doing that, only because I want the light layer to mute this one a little bit, and with a wax-based pencil that is definitely going to happen. So we're going to put our really, really heavy dark areas down first, just so that we can mute it down and dull it down a little bit with our lighter tone. Alright, what you going to do back here? I was just peeking at the chat because I'm nosy. Make sure you're not asking any questions that I'm ignoring. So this orange does have a bit of a red tinge to it, so it's more of a salmon orange, but it's a heavy salmon orange, you know, that really deep pink salmon color. Deep orange red salmon color, I should say. Sort of like a red snapper, not like a Pacific salmon. That makes sense. I'm going to shush now. Just going to go around the door frame here. Go around the candies on the door frame and the cookies on the windows. That's great, Crashes. I'm glad that it's fixed. I am happy that I was able to figure it out because it was annoying. All right. All right, we're almost done with the dark red area, dark orange area. Now we're going to add a little bit of red to this as well. That's the next color down. So we're going to add a little bit of rust to this. So it's a reddish brown, a reddish orange color. And we're just going to go to the very, very depths. So the deepest areas where the most curve is. So where it's going to be darkest here in the front of the pumpkin. Now you're not going to see a huge amount of color change, but it is going to be a little bit deeper once we put the other color on there. Right, so like that. Now I'm not going all the way out to the edge of the deep red area, the salmon area. I'm just doing the shadow, the deepest shadow areas. So under here where the curve is, oh, I missed this spot. So I missed that spot with the salmon, so I'm going to go over it with the salmon as well because it does change the color, so how it looks if you don't use the same undercolor. Alright, so back with the rust. Like so. Just getting into those really deep areas. Okay. Now the next color that we're going to use, we're going to extend that red down a little bit with some fire. And we're just softening that red up a little bit in that salmon red color and just dragging it down into where the orange is going to be. Hello, Casey. Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever it is that you are. To me, it's still morning, so. All right. And basically what I'm doing with this fire color, this paler orange red tone, is I'm just softening the edges of the salmon color as it comes into where our orange is going to be. So that when we go over it with the orange, it has something to blend into and transition into instead of going from a very deep color to a very light color. Alright, now we're going to use our orange. So we're going to use, quite literally, no, that's Japanese sunset. I don't want Japanese sunset. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's use Japanese sunset and then we'll use orange. So once again, just going to transition so that the orange, which is a bright color, is going to be our highlight color. Awesome. is always a fun age. Now I'm not going too deep into where the larger empty spaces are because that's where I want those highlights to be. And hopefully I'm not off screen. Now, the one thing I did find with these pencils is they do seem to have a wax coating on them. So do make sure that when you purchase, if you do purchase these pencils, that you sharpen them. I personally don't sharpen them just because of being a YouTuber and doing the testing that I do, so that I can give you a better understanding and a better answer of, do I need to sharpen them? Yes, definitely you will need to sharpen these. Otherwise, you're going to find that your first couple of layers are going to be very lackluster until you wear off a little bit of that coating. Okay. Yes, this is Rita Berman's gift last Halloween. I didn't get a chance to color it, so it was in my to be colored from last year. So I'm a year behind, but you know, it's getting colored. Yeah. Hello, Catherine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm going in with the orange, and we're going to go right over top of the entire thing, blending all of those colors, the reds, the oranges, and the peach tones all together, getting that salmon color blended right in. Now this one here, I'm going to be adding some yellow. So I'm going to do a very light layer on that area there. You know, one of the things that I do, Calamity, if I find that I'm having difficulties looking at a page, knowing where to start, is I start in the exact center of the page and work my way out. That's why I started with the pumpkin house in the center of the page. Because I find that if I start in the center, it gives me an ability to do this section, this section, this section, this section, and work my way out. Because sometimes my eyes don't work very well, and really busy pages does give me extreme eye strain. So now we're going to calm some of this color here down with the orange. What I mean by calm the color down is the color was a heavy red-orange color, and the yellow-orange that I'm using will diffuse it a little bit, will tone it down just a little bit, so it's not such an angry red tone. This area here I am going lighter with my hand because I will be adding a yellow for that light to be glowing on the side of the pumpkin. As I get closer to where the light source is going to be, the lighter my hand gets. So I'm just going to tone those down in here. While I'm toning that color down, I'm also blending with the lighter color. So I'm eliminating the white spot in pulling those colors together. These pencils do that very, very nicely. The matchstick mouse that I colored yesterday, I colored with these pencils. I also wanted to test the pencils out on an actual coloring page too. This is done on, it's a digital picture, so I printed it on my Nina cardstock. So. Okay, so now we've got some lighter areas that I am going to be adding some turmeric root to, which is a yellow, a deep yellow color. So in here we're going to go with the turmeric root to show that there's a light on inside the house. Now there is no windows, but there is a hole that they're using as a window. So I'm just dulling down that orange with the turmeric root, which is a dark yellow. And then we're going to go with lemon, and we're just going to brighten up a small area of it. Like so. Basically what I'm doing is I'm blending it into that orange, making it a very bright color. Also going to put some on the window sill there as well. Hello, Yummy. And good morning, Della. Alright, so now we're going to take a lighter yellow. We're going to take parchment. I wanted the bright yellow inside, but parchment is what we're going to use on the outside, which is a really, really pale yellow, because we're going to put it as a light source coming off of this lantern here. And the little light bubbles coming off of the mushroom. Now we've got a light coming down off of this window as well. So the areas that I'm going to do as a diffused light, so this is a direct light, this area here is a diffused light. So with the diffused light I am using a lighter yellow than I would for a direct light. Now because this lantern is very enclosed, it's a diffused light. So these areas here where it will be closer to the light source will be a direct light. Hopefully that made sense and didn't just sound like gobbledygook. Alright, so now I'm just going to take some carrot and we're just going to finish it all off, blending those colors right into the yellow and making sure that we have no white spot left. The carrot is a lighter orange, so it will just basically tone down what we already have here. Make sure that we get that glow that we want without any harsh lines. And fill in the white spot. Bet you didn't think that a pumpkin would require so many colors, did you? Just to be orange. Alright, so I'm going to switch you over to the main screen here so you can see what our pumpkin looks like. Make sure that it's actually showing you the right colors. So there we go. That's how our pumpkin looks to me. So with this camera, you can see it a little bit better of the diffused lights between those two areas. All right. Now, let's see. Let's do our curtain. And I'm going to do our curtain a lovely purple. So we're going to start with blackberry. And then we're going to have royal purple. And then we're going to do lavender. Yes, that was a very good deal. It was a very, very good deal. All right, so let's start with the darkest of the colors. So I do believe blackberry is the darkest. And I'm coming right down in little flicks down to the edge of the lines, of the fold lines. So certain folds are going to be darker than others. This area here is going to have a shadow from the window frame itself. And this is going to be darker due to the fold in the fabric. Like so. 33 cents a perennial, huh? Yeah, you got a good deal, Kenny. Now we're going in with the royal purple, and we're coloring the areas that are still in the shadow, but not as shadowed. So we're just extending that shadow down a little bit and blending into that dark blackberry purple. And then we are going to put in our light tone, and I'm going over the entire thing. And this is lavender. And what that does is it diffuses and tones down, gives a little bit of a pink hue to our highlight area. Like so. So there is our window. Now for the doors here, I'm also going to use the same combination on the door windows. So in my brain, this is candy, and we're going to do it purple candy. Yes, that is a huge cuckoo clock page. I tip my hat to you, dear, for coloring it. I looked at it and looked at it and went, yeah, no. So I'm going through with the blackberry and doing the edges of the candy here, where the cookie area there, because I'm going to do those in like pretzel stick kind of thing, are going to be a little bit higher than the candy. Yes, I am going to make this a gingerbread pumpkin house. There will be pink. There's going to be pink all over. So, we just need, several different bits. See, I've got pink candies that are going to go around the door. So I don't want to clash. Hello, Tanya. Miss Tanya, I have pink things for you. Oh, yes. Yes. Pastels are great for that. We ran out of the really light pink, but we had a light pink that almost matched, so we finished it off with that. Doesn't look horrible. All right, now I'm going to go with a little bit of royal purple. Just going to come down off of it, heading towards the center. And blending that blackberry color in. Yes, pinks and oranges are beautiful together. Purples and greens and okay, so just coming off of that. Just bringing it in, filling it in. Now we're going to do the lavender. Just extending that and lightening it. Just making sure that I leave a small light coming through. Ah. Yeah, Jamie's close enough to you, Yana. You could probably have tea and color. No, I know the European one is very soon, like in Australia, I think it's tonight. I think they spring forward tonight for Australia time. Thank you, Kenny. I just wish they'd do away with it all. Just, spring forward, fall back thing. It just drives me nuts. Yeah, I don't like it being dark at 6 either. So there we have our candies. And as you can see, I've left areas where they're a little bit lighter and almost left nothing but the white in some areas. And that's because there's a light on in the house. So we want that to reflect through the candy. Oh, not a problem at all. As long as you are here at some point, life always, always, always comes first. All right. Then we're just going to bring that in. Just felt there wasn't enough of the royal purple there. All right. And there we are with our purple. That will be nice, but I think that it all depends upon where you live too, so. All right, so now we're going to go in with some pinks. So we've got some magenta. Yay, that'd be nice. I'll believe it when I see it, but it'd be nice. So we've got some magenta, some bubble gum, and some pink. So we're going to start with magenta in the darkest of areas here. Yeah, they'll switch to summertime. They'll switch to the spring ahead. The fall thing was so that farmers would be able to harvest easier, have more light for harvest. But that's obsolete now, so. So once again, I'm using the magenta. And for those that have just come in, I'm using the Artisto Colored pencils that I just reviewed on Friday. And I do believe they still have the 20% off coupon on the Amazon website. All right, now we're going to go in with bubblegum. Yay! So going in with the bubblegum, making the center darker. Lightening it up when we're close to that lantern. Because that lantern is going to give us a lot more, a lot lighter tone because it's going to be dark out. Because it's an ooky spooky. I do love them. I think they are a very nice pencil. They hold their point really well and they blend really nicely together. And they lay down a very vibrant color very quickly, which is awesome. All right, now we're going to go in with pink. And we're just going to add the pink here to these candies. And then I think we're going to do the center candies here as well in the pink, just to tie it in. Making sure that we do a lighter area closer to the lantern. Like so. Yeah, it is a small company, and like I said before, they do have other products that are actually well known in the community. One of which is a palette of paint, and it's in a really pretty teal tin. Um, those are Artisto paints as well, and they're a really pretty paint. It's a watercolor palette. These are, like I said on my review, on the back of it, it says that they are created in the US and manufactured in China. So there is our pink. And now we're going to do some tan yellow. So we're going to go in with some Tuscan Sun. And we're going to do our lady fingers. Now, because I don't want to dull down the shadows in the lady fingers, I just want the lady fingers to be a nice creamy tan color. when I go in with the browns for the shadows, I'm going to do that as a top layer, not as a blended layer going in from the bottom, because I want that tan, that golden color to be on top. Just like you do when you know bake something, you want that golden color on top. So we're going to go in with almond. And we're going to put that golden color in the curvature as well as the shadows. Like so. Because they're lady fingers. Because I said so. How's that? Because it's my picture and I'll do what I want. How's that? Yes. Yeah. I know other people that have the Artisto um, paints as well. Alex has a set of them as well, and she just loves them. Della, that's awesome. Perfect answer, Della. Perfect answer. Love it. Just blending it in a little bit, and darkening up the the cookie a bit. Oh, that was awesome, Della. Oh dear. All right, so the outside of the frame here, we're also going to do in a cookie type of color. So I'm just going to do the same color as I did the ladyfingers through here. But we're going to go a little bit darker on the shadow areas and the curvature areas so that they're not exactly the same. And then we're going to use pretzels for the inside frame here. So it's going to be a darker brown there. And we might use them for the steps as well. So we're going to go with our ginger for the shadow areas of this area. And it's got a little bit of a reddish tone, just like ginger would. So I think we're going to just call this a blonde gingerbread here. Then we're going to do behind here with the ginger. Like so. Like that. Absolutely. Lurk away. Make me some scrambled eggs too, please. I'm hungry. I think I have Tanya's tummy today. It's all grumbly. Tanya, can you take your tummy back? I don't like grumbly tumbly. Alright, so there's our door frame. And now we're going to do the centers of the windows here. And we're going to use bubble gum and pink. Thank you. Don't like grumbly tumblies. And this is going to be more of a solid candy, not a see-through one. Now we're going to go in with chocolate, I think. No, let's go in with coffee. That is wine. That is not coffee. This is coffee. For our pretzel colors here. Guess I could have just done them as chocolate ropes, but yeah, pretzels works. And I'll do a little splattering of white on it for some salt. Me too. All right, so the stairs. Let's do the steps here. Let's see, what time do we have? We've got lots of time. I'm going to go in the shadow areas with the coffee. Like so. Now we can either make the backings of the steps here, the risers, out of chocolate, or we can make it out of a pretzel type. What do you guys think? Should we make them pretzels or should we make them chocolate? Hello, Pamela. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And hello, Mona. Welcome. Hello, everyone. So we're going to make the steps themselves pretzels. So I think the risers will make chocolate. So let's grab our chocolate color here. Chocolate covered pretzel steps. That's exactly what we're going to do. So the risers themselves, this part here, is going to be in the chocolate. And the steps we'll do with the aren't they? He's a hedgehog. See, he's got spines. But the lashes are adorable. Now I'm going in with a little bit of ochre, just giving it that milk chocolate kind of look. He's a little hedgehog. Having a hot cocoa with a marshmallow. And then we'll add some milk to it and give it some milk chocolate. And what I'll do with the steps is we'll do it in the pretzel, the same kind of pretzel-y colors. And then I'll take a white and do a little splattering of salt on it, the same way I'll do on the cross areas that up there. Although the cross areas, we could just decide that it's licorice. That works too. All right. I think we will at least get the pumpkin done today, maybe. All right, now we're going to take our deeper colors. So we're going to take wood. Oh, and actually we'll take cocoa brown. Yeah, cocoa brown will work, which is a really dark color. Awesome, Yana. That is a very awesome random thought, but it's definitely a random one. Okay, so I'm going in with cocoa brown, which is number A318, if you have the set, and don't swatch by color. Yeah, I made your guys' swatch even more awesome than mine because I put the color numbers and names in it. Okay, so I'm just going around the edges with the darkest color. Because if you've looked at a pretzel stick, they're not all dark. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of coffee. Just in the deep shadow areas here. Now I'm doing all of these first because I want the lightest color that we have to tone down the darker color. Alright, now we're going to go in with a bit of ochre, I think. Let's see. No, ochre's too light. Let's go in with a bit of caramel. And just lighten up some of those colors and lighten up the edge of the step. Like so. Alright, so there we have our steps going in. So let's do the top part here and the cookies here. So I was thinking of doing these as, I just keep on debating on doing them as cookies or saltine crackers. I guess they're pretty much the same color, aren't they? So should we do it as cookies, candies? What should we do? Awesome. gonna take a sip of coffee while you guys make some suggestions. Um, okay. Oh, marshmallows. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that one. With little bits of char on them. I'm not a baker. I am a baker. That's awesome, Pamela. I think you can do it. Marshmallows is a good idea. I like that idea. So let's start with some dark brown here. So let's grab a little bit of the cocoa brown. And we're just going to put a touch of char around the edges. Just like they would look if you had them in the roasting fire. Because then maybe you could use the chocolate from the stairs and the lady fingers and make s'mores. And of course, a char is always uneven. Alright, now we're going to take the next color, which is caramel. And I'm just going to come off of that char a little bit with the caramel. Like so. And then we're going to take a little bit of parchment. And then we're going to take our white. Good morning, Alex. Alright, and then we're just going to fill this in with the white. Blending everything together, dulling down our char just a little bit. And there we have our roasted marshmallows. Alright, so yeah, we've got roasted marshmallows done. Now let's do our top to the pumpkin. And we're going to start with forest green. Actually, let's start with pine needles. Yeah, we're going to start with pine needle. Because it is a night scene, as you can see with the moon and the stars and whatnot. So we're going to go quite dark up here at the top. But right at the top, we're going to go lighter because the moon is there. This area here, we're going to go lighter because of the lantern. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of the dark green in here, just enough to show the curve. Back here it's going to be darker. Like that. This area here also is going to be darker because of the curve. Oh, absolutely. You know the rule. Life always first. Life always comes first. And when the kids need you, the kids need you. All right, now we're going to go. Now that is a very, very dark, dark green. It's almost a gray green. And we are going to add a touch of a gray green, which is seaweed. Yes, I forgot to tell him, and I will change that command after stream because I did forget. So in our shadow areas, I'm just going to put a little bit of this seaweed green, which is a bit of an olivey kind of green. Has a bit of gray in it as well, which will add to the darkness and the shadow. And give us that little tiny bit of brown because this is a cut pumpkin. You know what happens to their greenery when you cut them from the stem? It starts to turn brown. Yeah, let's just, throw the realism in there. It's okay. He does have a mind of his own. I have certain commands that I should have changed and I forgot. Okay, now we're going in with the lightest color, which is spinach. And we're just blending all of those colors together, putting in our light sources, showing where our light is hitting things. Putting a little bit more pressure on it just to bring all of those colors together to create one color or one color transition. Like so. All right. Well, our pumpkin is done. The pumpkin part of it is done. I'm going to switch you over just so you can see it a little bit better on the other screen. And there is our pumpkin. I'm going to have to fix that. Let's see. So, hold on to your horses, guys. We are going to go zipping over. Oh, it didn't want to. Oh, you don't like eggs? Oh, you dropped an egg. Do you have an animal? Yes. You need a dog to lick it up. Definitely need a dog to lick it up. All right, so there is our pumpkin done. So let's do our lantern. And we're going to do lavender and let's start with bubblegum. Because we've got a blackberry on this side, so it's going to be a deep purple on this side. So on this side, we're going to do a pink purple. So we're going to start with bubblegum, and we're going to do the petals here. For this part, and then we're going to take our lavender, and we're just going to bring it down as well, blending those two colors together until we get to the center. Where that light is going to be. So I'm just going to darken this area here. And then we're going to take our light pink and we're just going to very, very gently bring that light pink in, not filling in all the white spot, because on this part, white spot is your friend. It is flat. It's just my camera's tipped at an angle. Otherwise, you look down in my lap, and that's just no fun. You don't want to see short people's feet because I have to sit with my feet up under me because I'm short. So I'm taking that parchment yellow and just adding the color for our lamp light coming through like that. Now at the bottom here, we've got a little bit of a little to-do, and I think it's where the stem comes up onto the flower. So we're going to do that in some seaweed first. Because we want that to be fairly dark, and then we're going to go in with the pine needle. Because that, to me, would be under the darkest part of the light. Ah. Yeah, Alex has chickens. And when they're laying, I get nice fresh eggs every once in a while, which are awesome. Alright, so I'm going to go in on the underside of this leaf with the forest green. And just at the very tip of the leaf. And then we're going to take our light green and put it in for our light bright area coming off of the lantern. Now the top part here, we're going to take our pink. So we're going in with the bubble gum under the leaves. Then we're going to take our lavender. Hello, Mandy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm taking my lavender and I'm doing the edges of the top of the lantern where it curls. And then we're going to take our light pink and just extend the bubble gum down a little bit and the lavender up a little bit. And then the rest of it we're just going to do very, very lightly with an extremely light hand. And then we're going to take our parchment and we're going to put our light in. Like that. Like so. And now we're going to do the leaves on this part, and then I think we're going to call it a day. What do you guys think? Although I know you guys could sit here all day long, but my tummy is starting to get kind of growly. Which could mean one of two things. I'm going to start burping a whole bunch because, growly tummies do that to me. Or I need to feed something. Okay. So I'm just putting in the shadows and the vein work on these leaves. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know the feeling, Jamie. I know the feeling. This page is making me crave food I can't eat. Like I have a hankering for crepes and whipped cream and all that fun stuff. Can't eat it. I can make it. Watch everybody else eat it, but I can't eat it. All right, so there we are with that. Now the rest of the leaves and that sort of thing, I think actually, what do you guys think? Should I put a little bit of color in that for the fall tones? I think I will. Let's put a little bit of fall colors in this. Let's put a little bit of orange. Because, it is a fall picture. So I'm just going to put a little bit of orange in the leaves so that they look like they're changing color to the fall colors. They were starting to look a little too spring. And then we're going to put a little bit of rust in it too. A little bit of red. There, that looks more like a fall leaf. Even with a little bit of green in it, it looks like it's changing the colors. I think that's better. What do you guys think? Hello, Jennifer! Yeah, exactly, Mandy, exactly. Um, where is Renee? Oh, I don't, where was, everything is the Artisto colored pencils. I did a review, but I am coloring with them right now as well. The entire thing, all colored with the Artisto colored pencils. I'm missing something. Oh, the Felissimos. I am using the Artisto colored pencils here, and every Friday I do the Felissimo Friday. No, these are not Felissimos. These are the Artisto. Artisto. Oh no! Oh, Andrew's going to get a spanking. Yes, these are the Artisto colored pencils that I've used for the picture. And I will finish this entire picture with these pencils. And I did just do a review for them on Friday. So if you want to see the review and download the swatch chart, which is this swatch chart, without the yes and no's, the swatch chart that I have uploaded has the color numbers below the color. So if you want to upload this swatch chart, if you purchase the pencils, that is on my First Impressions Friday for these pencils. It's perfectly fine. No, no, they're a little thin for the Felissimos, but I will be using the Felissimos soon. I almost have enough colors in each color family to actually use them for a pictures, like use them all for a picture. So, yeah, that was yesterday. So there was a Felissimo Friday, and there is a Artisto First Impressions. The paint pens are Artiste Row, yes. There's a paint palette. It's um, a teal color paint palette, and they're done by the Artisto company. All right. So with that, we will continue this on Monday after our um, Matters Monday coloring. Brain just decided, okay, I'm stopping now. Yes, there are different sets where you can just buy one or two pencils. There is actually one that is only 150 of the 500 as well, Mandy. So you can buy them one at a time, or you can buy them, individually on a subscription, or you can buy them all at once. Yeah. So there is definitely ways to purchase different sets or different quantities of the Felissimo pencils. Yes, make sure they are the square ones. They have changed over the years. So if you're buying them off of eBay or something like that, make sure that they are the newest set. They are actually really nice to color with. Um, yesterday's project was on a thicker cardstock than they have for their um, swatch charts and that, and it was a lot better to color on that. And when I did the swatch on my own paper, it was so much better to color on that than it is on their little swatch chart that comes in the box. So yeah, I really like them myself. So the only set so far that I've really found difficult to work with, or when I was doing the swatching that I didn't like the way they laid down on the Nina, was the neon colored set. So we'll have to see how well that works into things. Hopefully they won't be too horrible. All right, guys, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. To all of you wonderful lurkers out there, thank you for hanging out and watching the stream. Of course, absolutely. Yes, something like that. I will probably have a couple of nuts and a strawberry and call it good. All right, guys, until next time, thank you all very much for hanging out. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Don't forget to exclamation point Amazon Tammy. She should be on in approximately 2 hours and 10 minutes. So make sure that you hang out with her and take a look and see what she's done last month and what she's going to do this month. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.